Oh, thank God. Okay. So I've been having a lot of issues today. Not just with the streaming, but also with trying to... I was talking about my problems with work on the stream, and it, like, as though karma was not done with me. The stream dropped like 7 or 8 times, and I just said, screw it, I'm gonna go ahead and not stream, and then just do an offline recording instead. And of course, the shit cherry on top of the shit sundae, the stream program does the wonderful thing where it doesn't get anything. Despite the fact that the game is running, it just shows a black screen of nothing. I have no idea why it does that, and the only thing that fixes it is a restart. So, here we are with the offline recording that is not a stream anymore because the internet couldn't be bothered to remain stable. I'm not going to go through my entire issue at work again on this recording because I don't really want to repeat what I was saying. Not that it was like bad or deflammatory or anything, it's just I don't want to go through the story again. I just don't feel like it. It depresses me to think about it enough already. So, it's kind of like telling the tale of how you were attacked by someone. It just brings back a lot of crappy memories. So, I'm just not gonna go into it. One thing I did not mention on the stream that I wanted to mention is that on the previous stream I talked about some artwork that I was planning, some Halloween themed stuff that I wanted to do, and I got started on that, and I've actually made some pretty good progress on it, so I may post that on Twitter. In fact, it might, well, no, it's not going to beat this video, this offline recording, to the internet, because I'm not even remotely close to being done, and even though the upload for this video will take forever, it will not take that long. I'm not probably going to finish with the drawing until, like, it might be like close to Halloween by the time I get done, because I just take forever to get things done. It's like I very rarely find myself in a mood where I want to draw. Sometimes I just force myself to do it. Like, I'll just sit down at 10 o'clock and just spend 2 hours drawing because, you know, like, I want to get back into it. And sometimes magic happens in those 2 hours. Sometimes it doesn't. It's just complete crapshoot what will come out of my hand. You know, what resulting work will come to fruition. And I actually made last night a really good amount of progress that I was pretty happy with. I have like the basic sketch of my character and his clothes, like a kind of a loose, shitty start on them, just to kind of determine where they're gonna be and like how they'll be placed. So I've got a good start, and I can kind of sort of get to my favorite part of drawing, which is the refinement part, where I go in and detail and make the scribbly shit look nice. So I'm looking forward to that a little bit. It's gonna look really cool when it's done. It's not quite as cool as it was in my brain when I had the idea, as most of my drawings usually are. But it's still gonna look pretty good. I like I said, I made enough good progress on it that I am planning to finish it. Which, you know, I have other drawings that are in good shape that I would like to finish too, but I'm just so damn lazy. And I don't get around to even trying to finish them. And the way that I work, it's just like I have to refine every single little tiny bit of it. So I end up spending way, way longer on it than I should be, probably. So yeah, that drawing's probably going to take me until I'd say October, maybe, if I'm really active on it and I get you know, I don't slack and procrastinate too much. I could conceivably get it done in a couple weeks, maybe. Or it might even get done by next week. Who knows? It really depends on how motivated I am and if I'm busy. I'm not planning to be that busy for the next 2 weeks. Other than this is Labor Day week, so I'm going to be busy on Sunday doing stuff with my family, Pokemon Go stuff. But the rest of the weekend, I don't have any plans at all, unless work decides to want me to do stuff, which I guess I can, because, you know, I like my job, I like the people I work with, I don't hate the work I'm doing, so I could throw them a couple extra hours if they need it. Especially considering I usually don't have to. That's the thing I think about doing extra work. It's like, I don't mind doing it. It's just, if it becomes like this is the new standard of work, I'm not okay with that. Because I agreed to a mostly first shift 9 to 5 schedule that I like that. I you know, that's what I wanted when I was looking to get hired, right? That was my desirable schedule that I wanted to have. So I can deviate from that norm a little here and there. But if it's an everyday thing, then I have to put my foot down. And I know it's a job, it's not what I want, it's what they need me to do, and I'm willing to get paid to do it, but they really, really need to keep me, because they need everybody they can get for this. Kind of like my last job, they really, really needed me, but it got to a point where I was going insane and did not care to be there anymore. So I looked for another opportunity and I took it. And that's pretty much how every job is. If you have the ability to keep trucking, but you don't like where you're at, you can always scope out another opportunity. And despite the fact that there's so much unemployment, although I guess there's not really that much right now, there's really a lot of opportunities out there. There's tons of jobs to do. It's just a lot of them suck. a lot. I've had my fair share of sucky jobs, but I'm sure none of them were that terrible in comparison. I feel like most of the jobs I've had have been pretty tame, pretty easy, and I just didn't like them because I wasn't good at them. It's one of those things, it's like you're gonna learn how to do it as you go. You're gonna figure some shit out about, well, what do I like versus what do I not like? What can I tolerate in a job versus what can I absolutely not tolerate? And you learn that over time. You're not gonna figure that out on your first job because, it's your first job, so you don't know what to expect. You don't know how much time are they gonna ask me to do for overtime? How much extra pay will I get if I get any extra pay? How sucky are my coworkers to deal with? That kind of stuff. And as you go along, you'll develop strategies for how to deal with some of that stuff. Like, if they ask you to work overtime or, extra, like, hey, can you stay late today or whatever. Like I said, I developed the ground rule of, if it's one time or, maybe once a month or, something pretty infrequent, then I'll let it slide. But, if I start having to do it every week, then I'm gonna start looking elsewhere. I'm not gonna say, hey, boss, I don't like this. I don't want you to make me do this anymore. I'm gonna threaten to quit. That's not what you want to do. You don't want to tell your boss that you're looking to leave because they'll just make your life hell until you do. So, you got to be more subtle about it. Really, you got to grit your teeth and bear it, and either do what they ask or just say no. Just say, nah, I can't do it. Give them a valid reason if you have one. If not, make one up. Which is kind of bullshit and really immoral, but I mean, if you're really not wanting to be there and you think you can convince them that you have an excuse that's valid, even if it isn't, like if it's not a legit thing, just, try to be pretty adamant about it. And usually, they're not going to fight you on it. Usually, if they ask you to work over, and then you say you can't, they'll just be like, oh, okay. And then things will continue as they were, with no further consequence. Which is nice, I mean, sometimes you gotta say no. You gotta stick up for yourself. And the employer will usually, I say usually, respect that decision and say, okay, well, then we'll have to do something else. But there will be times where you're like the only guy that knows how to do it, or you're the one person that they need, or it's like work that can't get done, or that it's the deadline is approaching and no one else is willing to do it. Then you're kind of competing with the other people who also don't want to do it for who has to draw the short straw and actually do it. And I've been there too. I've been in that situation too, where my last job we had to volunteer on the holidays because we owed our client 365 support, meaning that every day, even on Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays, Saturdays, Christmas Day, New Year's, whatever, we had to always be able to support them on the phones. And I usually volunteered myself for the 4th of July and other similar one-day holidays in the summer, because, I usually don't do anything anyway, and then that frees me up to go on Christmas vacay and stuff without feeling bad, because it's like, well, I volunteered in July, so, I'm not gonna willingly I'm not gonna be happy to volunteer in Christmas when I actually want to go somewhere. So there will be times where you can't really get away from it, and it just sucks, and you just got to take it. There was some of that at one of when I was actually with my current company back before I got let go the first time. I had some of that where I didn't like doing what I was doing, and it became a pretty common and frequent occurrence. So I tried to work with my manager to get a different situation, to get out of my current one that wasn't very good, but that did not work out. My manager did not come through for me in that regard, and so things just kept being crappy. And that's life. They're going to be in that kind of situation sometimes where things are just going to be sucky and you just have to take it. So, yeah. I'm not even sure where I was going with this. I don't know how this conversation even got started, but anywho, I think it was that I was talking about the artwork I planned on doing, and I was talking about how I will finish it sometime in the next couple of weeks to month or so. And I think it was getting into how it sometimes takes forever because I get sidetracked or I'm busy. Or I'm feeling lazy, or I'm not feeling like drawing, and I gotta be in the mood. Or at least I gotta be in a mood where I want to draw. Or I'm in a mood where I'm wanting to make myself draw. And if I'm not in either of those two moods, then I don't draw, because if I'm not in the mood for it and I don't want to force myself to, it's just going to end up being shitty. Or it might look okay, but I'll want to stop almost immediately because I won't want to be doing it. So not a whole lot will get done anyway. But yeah, when I get that done, depending on how I feel about it, I may or may not post it on Twitter. I will definitely post it to my DeviantArt account, which I don't know if my Twitter account has a link to my DeviantArt account or not, but if it does not, then I guess just hit me up with a message if you want to know where it's at. Because it's there somewhere. I think I have it on my actual channel page, if I remember right, but I don't know if it's on my Twitter account. But I'll definitely post it in some capacity if it ends up in a satisfying manner. I think I was talking about how I had a bunch of unfinished crap as well. Some of which is not in a bad state. I haven't spent the time to finish it, which is pretty common among us art people. We tend to be very easily distracted and don't get things done on in a timely manner because shiny, you know. So, a buddy of mine that is a really, really good artist. I've plugged him several times. Justin, well, I shouldn't say his last name. But my good buddy Justin is a good artist, and I frequently have to kick his balls to make him remember a thing that I asked him for, because he'll forget about it. And then I just have to be like, hey, you remember this thing that we talked about? And he'll be like, no, what thing? And I'll be like, this thing. And I'll describe it to him briefly, and he'll be like, oh, yeah, that thing. And it's like, yes, that thing. Please do that thing. So yeah, I'll have to nudge him on occasion. And I've got a couple of friends like that who need to be reminded of stuff occasionally, but I'm not a very demanding person. I'll give them plenty of time. It's not like I'm bugging them about it every second. It's just after like a couple of weeks with nothing, right? I feel like they've forgotten, especially if they say things. You know, they talk about like, "What do you guys want me to do?" Or I don't have anything going on right now. And it's like, you don't? It's like, you kind of do, that you've forgotten about, but like I said, I'll give people plenty of time. I'm not Mr. Picky Dicky. Especially when it comes to art stuff. It's like, that, you know, I don't need this. If there was ever a time where I needed an art piece to be finished, it would be because I was needing to use it for something. And I'd probably maybe not get a contract for it per se, but I'd get like you should probably get it done by this date. I'd give them a deadline that I needed to have it done by. And the deadline usually helps keep people on track. Like, I know it works for me. I've always done relatively well with a deadline. Because I am very adamant about getting done early and having plenty of time to finish in case I need extra time. So, I like to have a deadline, actually. Although with art stuff, it's like I don't do that because I really don't need to have it done by a certain time because I'm not going to use it for anything. So I don't typically have deadlines for my own personal art projects, but if it was something I felt like I needed to start doing to make it so that I can finish stuff, then I might do it. Shit, I'm stuck. Not even worth it. Unless, I guess I could change out that one. I actually, when it comes to the Halloween stuff that I do, I usually do have a deadline for that. It's usually Halloween, because I like to get stuff done for Halloween. So, That's actually probably the best time for me to do art stuff is when a time that I want it done for is coming up. That's kind of my deadline. So this piece I'm working on could be considered a Halloween piece. So I guess I could say that my deadline for it is Halloween, but it's not even technically it's not even technically September yet. Today's the 31st, so I still technically have a full 2 months to finish this piece, and it's already like the sketch is there. The sketch is done. It's just got to get refined and maybe some anatomy tweaks. My friend Justin, who I mentioned earlier, is a way better artist than I am, and he said that the legs of my character needed to be longer. I kind of disagree because I think they're pretty normal looking, but I might heed his advice a little depending on how I feel. Next time I start working on it, I'll consider what longer legs would look like. I'll stretch them out and see if it makes any sense to do that. So, but yeah, I've got plenty of time to finish it before Halloween. So, that's the thing about the Halloween drawings. I like to get started or as early as I can in order to make sure that I actually finish on time. Because again, that's like the one time I actually give myself a deadline. Is I like to have the Halloween drawings done before Halloween. And I'll also occasionally draw gift art for people for Christmas. So then that's also kind of an artificial deadline to get stuff done by Christmas. So those are the only 2 times I really have a deadline, since I would not remotely consider myself to be anything other than a hobbyist. I don't do a very good job compared to other people who are much better than me. So if I were a professional and I had people lining up like my friend Justin does to get artwork done, I probably would be a lot more strict with myself. I'd set especially if someone's paying me. I guess that's the thing. As a client, somebody who has purchased art from people, they usually do not give me a time, because like a lot of those kinds of things, you get like a turnaround time that they say, well, it'll be done in this amount of time. Is a lot of stuff like that. Like when I was looking at those people on Cameo, which is like a website where you go and you pay some famous person, like the guy that does Solid Snake, David Hayter. He's on there. You can pay him like $80 or so to give you a video message where he tells you something. Like you pay him the money and you say, hey, can you answer this question or say this line or whatever, and he'll do it for you for $80. And due to mod change, what? Mod changes? Okay. Is there a way that I can screw with these mods? Literally the only one I've got is this. Okay. That's a little weird. Huh. Okay. Alright, well, we'll just let it restart then, I guess. But yeah, like I was saying, if I were a more professional artist, I would want to give my patrons a turnaround time that they can expect to have it finished by. Maybe not like an exact date and time, but something like X number of weeks or something. Just so that they are not left wondering, when is it getting done? Because I've been in that boat where I've waited for like months. My friend Justin, that I've mentioned a few times, I had a project for him that I wanted him to do, and I had asked him to do some other stuff before that, so it wasn't the first time I'd asked him to do something. But like it was maybe the third or fourth time, and it was something really like intricate. It was for a product that I had made. That I needed him to make the design for. And I waited like probably close to a year. A full 12-month year. And I did not give him too much shit about it in that year span. But after a year had gone by and I hadn't gotten even like an update on it, like what progress he had made, I was like, yo, buddy, can you work on this, please? And I started getting a bit more annoying about it, like asking him like a couple times a week, which I felt a little bad about, but I was like, well, you know, he's not done it in a year. And I don't think the artwork had mostly been done. He gave me a sketch as this is what it's looking like so far. And that was like a couple weeks, maybe a couple days after I asked him to do it. And he gives me a sketch and was like, okay, cool. And so I waited a full year and then was like, okay, I'm going to start getting a bit annoying here so that I can get him to do this. Because I had felt like I'd given him enough time to work on it fairly without me bugging him. And, you know, after a couple of weeks of me asking every week, it finally got done. And I was very, very pleased with the results. I was very happy, and things were peachy. So, yeah, like, with that in mind, if I were in Justin's shoes, and I was the one making the stuff, the design, I'd want to be sure that my client had some kind of an expectation for how long the thing would take to get done. And if I came to the time frame that I said and it wasn't close, I'd probably be like, hey, I didn't make as much progress as I wanted to, and it's going to take a little longer. I try to give them a refined estimate of how long. Because again, the last thing I want to do as the guy doing the work is keep my client in the dark. Because I've been in that position and I don't like it. I'm willing to tolerate it as a client because, you know, everybody does stuff at their own pace. And I don't like to be an asshole. I don't like to be pokey and picky and dicky. Because people are busy, they have their lives to deal with, I get it. But at the same time, I pay money, I expect work to get done. I'm kind of a stickler for that kind of stuff. Like, I hold my own self to a very high standard, and I like to hold people that work for me at a decently high standard as well. Within reason. Like I said, within reason. I will be real nice and patient. I'll give people plenty of time. But when I feel like they've had enough time to get things done and they didn't, I'll give them a little bit of a nice, casual, friendly reminder. And if I need to do that a couple of times, like once a week or so until it's done, then yeah, I'll do that. But I'm always polite and courteous. I've never cursed anybody out or been a dickhead to anyone, so I think that most of the folks I've had done work for me, some artwork stuff, would say I was a good client, reasonable. And you know, I realize it's a pretty enviable position, honestly, to be paying people to draw stuff for me. It is money that a lot of folks don't have to spend. They wouldn't dream of getting anything commissioned because they're like, yo, I barely have enough to eat to feed myself. So I recognize fully that I'm in a very enviable position, that I should be very humble and polite about and not brag and stuff. And I try to be a good boy, you know, but it's whatever. I don't think I need to apologize for anything because, I mean, people are going to do what they want with their money. Everybody has their own hobbies and interests. I happen to be a connoisseur of artworks, but I'm particular about my desires for art stuff. I usually when I commission a piece from an artist, it's usually because I have an idea that I want to see come to fruition, but I'm not capable enough of an artist to do it myself. So it's usually something cool that I thought up that I don't think I can do. Or in the case of, well, yeah, that's pretty much it all the time. It's just something I can't do. I see people's art styles and I think, wow, that would look really cool if they did this. That's kind of how my most recent tattoo came to fruition. It was something like that, where A friend of mine who's his first name is Damien. I won't say. I don't even. Actually, I guess I do know his last name, but I'm not gonna. Again, I will only go on first name basis for these. But Damien draws some nice sharkies, shark ladies. And I thought that it would look really good if I had Shark Lady on my arm with an anchor, which is, what my tattoo is. So I commissioned Damien to do that for me. But the style he did it in was different than the style I want. Because, he has a style he does art in for himself. And then he kind of thought I was wanting a more cutesy, adorable looking style for the artwork, and so it didn't quite match what I had in mind. And that was my own stupid fault because I didn't tell him exactly how I wanted it to look. I told him the character, the pose, and that's pretty much it. I wasn't specific enough, and I have done that a few times. So he was not happy. We kind of had, a bit of a tiff about it for a bit. But, I was like, okay. So what I did was I took his art that he made, which was good, and I redid it myself in the style I actually wanted it to be in. So I technically owe him big for the tattoo coming to life because he did the initial drawing of it. And I did tell him I messaged him after I got the tattoo done. I was like, hey man, this came out really, really good, and I couldn't have made this tattoo without you. You basically made this thing, and I kind of just came in and changed it a little. And he was, he seemed okay. He didn't have any bad blood over the fact that we had a slight disagreement on it. It's weird because he'll get really, really super, super duper upset about something initially, and then, it won't be a big deal later. And the thing about it is Damien takes his art very, 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 very seriously. And anything, even if you were to say, oh, can I get this little thing? Can you do this? And it's like, no. If you want anything changed, if you don't like one little tiny piece of the thing, he will become very irritated and annoyed that you didn't specify that to begin with. And the thing about it was he gave me a sketch of what it would look like, and I okayed the sketch. And that's part of why he was mad, is that I didn't want to stop him from doing it because I thought he might change it. I thought the sketch he showed me was kind of just like what the pose would look like, and I was hoping it would morph into his, the style he normally draws in, but it kind of stayed that way. And I was like, oh, well, dang. So, yeah, that was my own fault. I should have corrected him early when he asked me how it looked and what I wanted to have changed about it, because, that would have been the time to do it. And I realize now that was stupid, obviously. I realized that, a few seconds after it happened, so it wasn't like it took me till just now to realize that. But yeah, like I said, it ended up being the way I wanted it after I played with it a little bit. So I'm very happy with Damien's work. I have commissioned him quite a few times. He's one of my most valued artists because his work is just so damn good. But yeah, he takes his work really seriously. And at first, when I first commissioned him, I tried to get him to lower his price a little bit on the work because it was like way higher than anything else I'd ever commissioned. But I came around to realizing that he was valuing his time and energy enough to charge the amount he was asking for. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, he's really dead serious about this, so, I'll give it to him. And he seemed to be, like, I think he was thinking I was going to be, like, I was going to insist on changing the price, lowering the price and being a dick about it, but I realized I came around to his price and agreed to pay it, and he and I became pretty decently good friends. Maybe just acquaintances would be what he would say. I guess acquaintances, let's say. And we did some art projects. I did some stuff that he helped me with, and I did some more commissions through him, and we kind of talked to each other and hung out online a little. We played some GTA together a few times. But yeah, like a year ago, I just hit an art block that just persisted for a long time. And I just kind of stopped making art very much, and he kind of moved on. Like I said, I contacted him after I got the tattoo done to show it to him, and he liked how it turned out, so things are good. I think we're on good terms. It's kind of hard to tell with Damien sometimes, because if we ever get into an argument, it's just like, oh God, did I ruin the friendship there? Did I permanently mark myself as an asshole? But he usually comes around after a while. He's kind of like me in that regard. When I get pissy with somebody, I usually stay that way for a while. So, but yeah, he's a good dude. I hope he's doing well. I hope he's. I see his work on. I won't say the website that it's on, but I see his work on there occasionally. I haven't seen it actually much lately in the last couple of months, so I'm not real sure. In fact, I don't think I've even seen him. I have him as a friend on Steam. I haven't seen him on Steam in a while. Let's see. When was the last time? Oh shit, I don't even see his account on here anymore. Well shit, I think he removed me. Damn. Well, yeah, okay. That kind of sucks a little bit. it was one of those things where he was like really interested in guiding and teaching me stuff, and because I wasn't doing art as much anymore, we just kind of stopped talking to each other for a while, and he left the one communication platform we use, or what we used, and but he was still on Steam, and I could still talk to him there if I really wanted to. But yeah, he's not even showing up there anymore. So I don't know. I don't know what the fuck happened to that dude. I assume he's still doing stuff, but without him in any platform to communicate, I can't really catch up with him. So I don't know. He has this friend that does artwork with him, or did anyway. And that guy's still on both Steam and on the platform that we use to communicate, which again, I'm not gonna say what that is, but I bet you can probably figure out which one I'm talking about. So yeah, maybe I ask this fella what's happening. Although, even then, I don't know when this guy's been on last. Shit, I don't know. I don't know if he's like on vacation or like he's in school right now or what the deal is. But I've seen that guy in the last, I feel like the last month at least. Unlike Damien, who I've not seen in quite a while. I think the last I spoke to him was like shortly after I got the tattoo done in May. But yeah, I haven't seen him in a long time now. And he'd probably say that we weren't really ever friends, that we were more like acquaintances, and you know, I'm fine with that. I would say that's probably a pretty accurate description. I tend to be more trusting and wanting to have a more close relationship with people that I am friends with, or think that I am friends with anyway. So I feel a little twinge of sadness that Damien and I didn't really stay friends for that long. But he had interests and I had interests, and we aligned on a few things, but it wasn't really like, you know, best buds forever kind of thing, so. Oh well. Just kind of sad this, you know, it's one less person to talk to, one less person to chat with. It's always good to have those people around. Because if you really want to talk to somebody and there's no one around, it kind of sucks. But I will always speak fondly of Damien, even if he might not do the same for me. And maybe he was pulling a fast one on me in some ways, but I am a stupid, naive fool when it comes to other people, so I wouldn't recognize any negative, I wouldn't recognize any of that kind of stuff if it were happening. I'd just kind of be oblivious to it. I mean, I can kind of tell when someone's taking me for a ride, but if someone is very good at it and does it in a way that seems convincing and legit, I will very much easily be fooled. But like I said, I have nothing bad to say about Damien. My interactions with him were good. He actually gave me a lot of pointers on artwork that I still make use of, and I am very appreciative of his assistance. He's been one of my best art teachers. So, wherever he is, whatever he's out doing out there, it's like, I wish you the best, bud. I hope things are well for you. And I'd like to reconnect with you at some point if it were possible to do so, but it's whatever. Do what you gotta do, man. I've got plenty of other homies. I don't have a lot of art homies, which I feel some regret on, is that I would like to befriend more art people. And actually, Damien's friend, I'll say his name is Lewis, or yeah, I guess Lewis. He goes by a different name online, but Lewis, let's say, is he was kind of like Damien's most preferred art buddy. And I don't know how true that is anymore, because again, I haven't seen or heard from Damien in a long time. Like I said, several months. But I do still, in fact, I had a commission from Lewis here in June, maybe July. I can't remember fully, but it was pretty not that long ago, and I'm on very, very decently good terms with Lewis, but not necessarily like, it's one of those things where he's like a good customer, or I'm a good customer of his, let's say. So he's a good dude for getting commissions done. And we get along swimmingly in that regard. So maybe if I see him again online, I'll ask him if he's heard from Damien at all lately. But, yeah. Damien moved from, I want to say, West Virginia to Ohio. And he was real happy about being in Ohio, from what I could tell. But, yeah, I don't know. That's the weirdest thing. The thing that weirds me out the most is that, like, I felt like he was really happy with his current situation. And so I was surprised that he just kind of disappeared from various social media platforms and stuff. But it seems like a lot of my friends that are artists don't do video games, like, at all. Like, if they do, it's very infrequent. Because, like, Damien played GTA with me and Lewis a couple times. But, like, seemed like he was very bored with it. Like, he enjoyed some aspects of it. Like, when we were killing each other in deathmatch and I would, like, sneak up on him and kill him, he would be, like, really into it. But only for that little bit, and then, you know, he'd get bored quickly. And be like, man, why are you still playing that shit? So... and then, like, Justin and Lewis don't really game much either. So I don't know. I guess that's kind of an artist thing, is like the more dedicated you are to being an artist, the less time you're willing to give to video games, which is probably a good thing, to be honest. This is like the biggest time suck I've ever allowed myself to get into, is video games. Probably one of the most terrible things I've ever self-inflicted. Short of, you know, the worst stuff like drugs and stuff. But it really does eat your time up, because, I mean, it's just like one more level, man. One more of this. Like my addiction. But, like, I don't know, I get joy out of it. I enjoy making progress at things that are fun. So, here I am, doing this, right? I don't see this as wasting time, because I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying myself. And in the case of me streaming, I am providing joy to other people who are watching, if they are watching. So, not a waste of time. But that's me justifying the means, right? Everybody that's got an addiction is going to have some kind of reasoning and excuse and justification for their addiction, so it's whatever. I try not to judge people and hope that they reciprocate by not judging me. Shit. Please die. Whoops. Oh shit. That was not what I wanted. I did not want to teleport away. I have no idea where I am now. Actually, I do know. I'm right where I was a minute ago. Just above it. And I forgot that I have like unlimited use of those. Okay, I should probably get the fuck out of here. What spells do I have? Oh, yeah. This guy increases damage, right. So I was like, what do I have? Okay, let's see. Oh, there's that gold thing over there. Get endless gold if I keep kicking that. But it'll also eventually explode in my face and hurt me. So should probably go down there actually. Because they'll probably face a lot less enemies that way. Excellent. I made it! Yay! Alright, so let's get rid of this stupid nonsense. And this, let's see. 0.7 and 40.43. Good mana max and charge speed, so yeah. Let's do that. Oh, it kind of sucks, actually. It's okay, but it's not the best. And this is kind of about the same. Okay, let's see. That always casts... What is that spell? What the hell is that? Hold on. It is... something. Can't tell. I don't see it in the list here. It's a modifier of some kind. Don't see it. Oh, wait. It's there. It's this. Accelerate as it flies. Okay, well, that's not very good. I've used almost every perk. Oh shit, I pressed the email button. Damn it, I hate this fucking button. It's right up there next to escape. These all kind of suck. These are also terrible. So we can go with that, I suppose. Oh shit, I don't have any water jug. But this is a good place to get said water jug, so... Technically, it's not a good place to get a new water jug, but... I can empty out my accelerated what's-its... This one here is actually a pretty decently good weapon. Shit. And there we go. And perfect. Now I've got a full water jug. It's interesting to note, like, sometimes you gotta use a faster wand. Like, this one here I've got, since it's got unlimited use, is pretty good, but, like, occasionally I'll need something faster. Like these arrows. They're good for those guys. Nope, not gonna do it. That thing is forever locked in there. Oh, and looky what we have here. 2 jugs of stuff that I could have used. Motherfuckers are dangerous as hell. That's why the next floor beyond this one is the most annoying one, I think. I guess technically there's one more. The very last one before the boss is probably the most annoying. Those last two are kind of shit-tacular. Oh, the ability to just blow those fuckers right up. Those robot things are real fucking annoying. Oh wow. That's convenient. Ooh. I kinda like that actually. Oh man, that's kinda nice. That's actually kinda nice. And I sometimes, as someone that does buy commissions from artists, I see a lot of, hey, you should commission this artist because, you know, they need this, you know, they need the money. And it's like, yeah, but, you know, I kind of tend to only commission artists I actually really want stuff from. If there were somebody I knew, or somebody that one of my people that I knew, like they were like one level of acquaintance away, I might be inclined, depending on the price and what that person can do. Because there's a lot of people out there who are very talented, and like anything you get from them is going to be pretty fucking awesome. But occasionally it's just like, yeah, I don't really have anything for you, sorry. And I feel bad because, you know, they need help, they need money. But there's lots of people on the internet, so they usually get help. They usually get what they need. Or, you know, I guess maybe they usually don't, but like, I'm not here to just dole out money. I buy things that I want. And that includes commissions. If I have need or want of something, I will ask. I kinda want this. Problem is I kinda do not want the wand itself. Yeah, we'll pass on it for now. That wand had tons of spells in it. Just need to make sure the coast is clear. They're all garbage for most of the part. So yeah, forget that. If there's something good, I'll definitely grab it, but if it's not good at all, I'm gonna leave it alone. Yeah, I don't need that. Although, what's the stats on it? Oh, they're terrible. Never mind. The mana charge speed is 20. Gonna need that to be at least a hundo. Where did that guy come from? He's not supposed to be here. Ooh. Better than Dig Wand, I'll take it. Although, Dig Wand, I think, well, can it go through metal? I don't think it can, never mind. I suppose I could test that theory right here. See how it does. Nope, does not go through metal. Okay, explodey ball it is. Let's do this. Son of a bitch. I had 30 fucking health in that guy. Shot me once. God fucking damn. How is that? How much? It doesn't say, of course. I would love for it to have the HUD as well, so I can see how much fucking health I had. I swear I had 30 health, and that guy hit me one time and killed me. God fucking damn. Well, we gotta try again. This is the thing about this game, is that I have to And that was probably actually the best I'm gonna do, unfortunately. That's probably the best I'm going to do today. But, god damn, that makes me so mad. I had some really good shit. Damn, these fucking plants. They really make it hard to move around in here. Explosions. Take that. Not exactly the best thing in the world, but got unlimited ammo at least. Certainly does more damage than the piece of shit I started with. And it goes through wood. Whoops! Meant to do that. God damn it. Well, now I gotta find a jug somewhere in here. That's why I don't do mouse and keyboard for the most part in my games. Way too easy to scroll to the wrong thing at the wrong time. And I'm just not very good with the keys. And these are all poop. That one there on the end is not too bad, but I don't think really any of the rest of that's any good. Shit, there is absolutely fucking nothing on this terrible floor of stuff. I need a jug to fill with water. Really bad. I haven't seen one. Or another wand even. There's a water jug. To be really careful here that I don't destroy the thing. Got it. Good. Jesus Christ, of course there would be a fucking fire mage between me and the damn exit. Come on, let me through! Thank God. 1 health. 1. Well, these are some garbage as hell spells. This one here, this pollen one is like probably the best one. Take it. Put it there, I guess. It's not great, but it'll work, I guess. Ooh, hello. Man, that's a tough choice. Infinite stuff or explosion immunity. It's too bad I can't get both. Because I would absolutely have both of those. That is a tough call. Very tough call. I'm gonna go with the unlimited stuff, even though I really wish I could have gotten explosion immunity. Oh shit, I don't have any water, fuck! I forgot to get at the Holy Mountain. Crap. There's some. And of course it would be some dickhole in the way. Can you die please, buddy? I need this. That's some of it. Shit. Hurt myself. The best. Move on. Oh, good. These are all not really that much better, honestly. I guess I'll go with the TNT so that I got an extra one. Yuck. We'll go with this one. Ow. That spell hurt me. Can you the fuck die already, please? Jesus Christ, that thing did tons of damage to me. Ah, shit, there's another one. Fuck it, I'm running past it. Oh, so much gold! End it. Gold greed killed me. Alright, well, that's gonna be it for this video. I am sorry that it had to be a video. I would rather it have been a stream, but for some reason the internet was just not having it, so video it is. But thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Keep an eye on that tweeter for more fun stuff. See you later.